Welcome to another episode of the Nothing and Everything podcast, where today we will discuss a whole lot of nothing.
And a little bit about everything. Everything.
Kyle.
What's up?
It's good to see you, man.
I just woke up from a nap, I feel like.
Are you serious?
I mean, not really. I mean, I almost did. I dozed off waiting for you to come in here.
Waiting for you? What?
What?
Waiting for me?
I was waiting for you.
Oh.
That's okay, though. I like that Mariners hat. That's a new one. Is that a Mariners hat?
Okay, so I was going to wait until next week to mention this hat.
Oh.
Because...
Did I blow up your spot? Sorry about that.
You did, because I actually have worn this hat before on the podcast.
Dun, dun, dun.
So I have another hat in my office, but I ran down here real quick because I was late. So I didn't I forgot it when I was halfway down. I was like, I'm too late. I don't want to go back and get it.
The streak has ended today?
So
the streak is 21 episodes
21 episodes in. So, yeah, I messed it up, man. I wasn't going to say anything at all. I had it all planned out, and you brought it up.
Maybe if we'd done more show prep and said, don't mention the hat, I would have known what to say.
No, we'll just move on. No show
Act
prep.
like it never happened.
Act like it never happened. So, I
Yeah,
messed
I like
it up.
that shirt.
Streak is gone.
I have to change subject real quick.
Thanks, man. So, I guess, I don't know. I guess it's over.
It is. What are you going to do now?
Maybe this should be our last episode.
Dun, dun. The plot thickens even more.
The plot thickens.
But the listenership is off the charts.
Well,
now, I mean, it's got to be, right? It's been, what,
so
5? How many months? Let's see. 21 episodes.
That's 5 months.
Divided by 4 is a little over. Yeah. That's strong.
And we had,
really strong.
We had a little update on our, I don't even know what I'm saying here, our top views on Reels. A reel.
Be real.
Real? Is it a reel or a reel?
I'm going with real.
Reel?
I ain't going with
rel. A reel, for those of you who are not aware, is, well, actually, I don't even know what it is. It's like a short clip on Instagram.
Yeah, I think so.
It's those little short clips that our producer puts out.
You can waste hours on if you.
You can waste
careful.
hours, yes. You can waste hours on just watching hours.
Wow, for real?
Hours.
What is the update? What actually happened?
I don't know. So we had one. I guess it was a really good one. Really good one.
Oh, boy.
Which one was it? The one of Kyle's faces?
Is that the one it was?
Oh, when you said I would have carded you, that about the when
we
they carded you for
3,000 views on that.
3,400
views.
We've had way better moments in the show.
Me getting carded.
Yeah, for root beer.
For root beer.
How lame was that?
Wow. Wowzers. Well,
I don't know. It was within the hour too.
The algorithm. What?
It was within the hour of putting it out too.
Oh wow.
Within the hour.
Wow.
And then it just dies off after like 60 minutes.
I mean, but
it's
you know, we
it's kind of like us.
It's like people are waiting for like the stuff that we put out. So
you think so?
Yeah.
Just waking up in the morning,
something new comes out, and it's just like, I haven't had enough of Nothing and Everything, so I need more. So just like always,
think anyone's actually saying that though?
We leave the people wanting more. That's what we do here
25
at
minutes or so.
Nothing and Everything.
35 minutes is a little too much.
People are like, why don't you go an hour with your podcast? And I'm like, because
you've never had anyone say that.
I've never had anyone say that.
Nothing.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Give us less of everything. What?
Yeah. So we have we got a whole lot going on this week. We're just kind of busy, right?
Speaking of busy.
But you're more busy than I am, but
I'm all right.
I mean, you want to give a quick update on what's going on with you this week?
Sure, Gerald.
Did you do anything fun last weekend?
It's Father's Day.
So
I cut the grass. No,
this would have been the perfect weekend, though, because it's Father's Day. It's like
to not cut the grass.
To cut the grass and do yard work. Put on your your Monarchs, your Nike Monarchs, or your New Balance. Was it the 860s or whatever?
No, I do have some old Asics. I don't remember what day I cut the grass, but I cut it real fast because I had a busy,
Wait,
busy
is your
weekend.
grass growing?
It's not. I mean, but
My grass is crunchy.
yeah, it's crunchy.
Like my
today.
dog doesn't even want to use the bathroom out there. So she's out there. She's like, "Hey man,
He's
you
like,
ain't got nothing
Brillo
better."
pad. Ow!
Here I am. It's like Astroturf out here.
Astroturf. I always wanted Astroturf. Do you ever watch the Brady Bunch? they had Astroturf in their
They did,
in their
didn't they?
background. I was like, man, that was like perfectly manicured lawn.
You know, I thought about it.
And then he threw the football. Bam! Hit
Marsha
Marsha
right in the face. Broke her nose. You know, after I ran yesterday morning, I was sitting in my driveway and I was looking at my grass.
That was a little humble.
Little
humble.
You know.
After
I ran a full marathon in under 2
Before
hours
breakfast, yeah.
before breakfast.
Under 2 hours.
Yeah.
Been done
Anyway.
once, and you just did it yourself.
Right. So, you know, I look over and I'm thinking, man, you know, they sell AstroTurf grass. Like,
Yeah.
it's like a whole system. They dig up your whole yard pretty much and start putting rocks down and then layer after layer after layer. And the top obviously being AstroTurf. But it looks like real grass. It's like the perfect height.
Yeah.
Height. There's no H at the end of. It's not height. Did you know that?
Yeah, it felt very accusatory. Like you're like, it's not height.
Stop saying it the
I
wrong
was
way.
like, I don't know that I've ever said it that way.
Someone recently said height.
Height.
They said it was like depth, width, height.
Height.
I was like, there's no T. There's
Maybe
no
they had
H.
a list.
in
But
there.
maybe we were just making one. Depth, width, height. And you were like, what?
So you see what I'm saying?
You sound like Mike Tyson.
So anyway, I was thinking about
don't-
AstroTurf, how awesome it would be. So I looked it up.
You would want to have it?
Yes. Goodness, yes.
I find joy in cutting the grass. I
Man,
know
I
that's a
find
stupid like
zero
dad thing
joy.
today. I know. I make my boys do it.
Speaking of,
Yeah, boys.
we have an update on my mower.
Wait, is everything going on okay over there with your
Yeah, I just
lunulas and your cuticles?
I'm good. I'm good. A little hangnail on the side or
You know
whatever.
what the lunula is? It's that little like half moon white spot.
Is that what that is?
Not everybody has it though. I have
I've
them.
got
Do you
'em.
have them?
Oh, actually, I only have
It's called a lunula.
lunula.
Mhm.
That sounds kind of like the uvula. You know what a uvula is?
That's the little hangy thing in the,
The
back
little,
of your throat.
the little boxing thing that you punch. You know,
A little
the-
box.
You know the
speed bag
the
in the
speed
back of
bag,
your
speed
throat.
bag in the back of your throat. Brrr, yeah, that's what that is. So, my mower.
You started. Oh yeah.
Remember, I
oh,
was
yeah,
supposed to
yeah.
fix it.
Yep.
I have not fixed it.
I thought you were gonna take it all apart. I'm gonna fix it
Well.
this weekend. Put a brand new.
Yeah,
Nothing.
So I didn't do it. It was too hot.
So
man.
is your mower like? Does it not work at all?
It's not working at all.
Well, your grass is not growing right now.
It's not growing right
It's
now.
90.
But a mower
degrees.
is like if I got a cheap mower
Yeah.
that doesn't do anything, like no self-propel thing or whatever, like a 20-inch cut,
Yeah.
you know, so I got to do like 400 stripes in my yard to cut the whole thing, right? It's like $300.
That's about what I pay. I
So-
got self-propel. How about this? There's a lady up the street from me. She's probably, I don't know, maybe 50. And, you know, most of everybody in my neighborhood probably has Bermuda, but that house has been there a while. She keeps it really short. And I'm not exaggerating. It's like the Leave It to Beaver. Like, it's like the,
Oh, the old school mower.
yeah, I mean, no motor. And I'm just like, wow, that is impressive. She's using it. And I'm
That's
like,
actually kind of cool.
I mean, I guess if it's sharp or whatever, but I mean, if you keep
Yeah,
it
you gotta
low
keep
and
those
keep it
blades
short.
sharp, yeah.
And then the dude next door to me has an electric mower, like with a cord. And I'm like, I
feel like I'd run the
I like
cord
the guy,
over.
but I can't. Right, I can't respect an electric mower.
I have the I have electric hedge clippers, right?
Yeah, I mean, I have. Yeah,
And
you've hit the cord.
well, I'm afraid I'm going to cut the cord, you know. So I'm always like, I have like a couple different systems. Like I wrap it around my arm, and then like around my leg, and
Around my
you
neck.
know, keep it back a little bit. So you know.
Yeah.
So you remember that time I almost cut my fingers off with the electric or with hedge clippers?
Yes.
Man, look at those scars right
Oh
there.
wow.
You see the scars?
I do remember that. We thought your like guitar career was over.
Yeah. I remember this happened on a Saturday.
Bring it back up.
Well,
When did
I
that
was-
happen?
Man, it's been years ago.
Yeah, I remember it kind of.
Josie was like a baby,
Yeah.
or at least really young. And
Because it happened when I was here, though. I mean, it's been within the last.
it was around
10
Halloween, I
years.
think. And I think we were getting ready to have some people over for like a little Halloween shindig over at my house or something. So it was a Saturday afternoon. I was cutting the cleaning up the yard, trimming
Yeah.
the hedges and stuff, and yeah, I just there's a safety and then the trigger,
Yeah.
and something happened to where I did it all at the same time, and my
Oh,
hand
my
was
goodness.
I had to grab the blade for something. It made sense in
I
my
had to grab the blade. Here, let me see if I can stop it manually.
No, I was actually holding the blade. Like
this?
Well-
Hey, Tammy.
no, I was doing something, and anyway, no. So there was like a long piece, and so every time I went to go cut it, it would just push it down.
so you
and
kinda
so I had to
reach
reach up, and I grabbed it, and then I cut it, and then I grabbed the blade, but it was off.
Oh, gosh.
It was off.
Oh.
And then when I went to start it again, I was still holding
Yeah, man was
the
still
blade.
on it, yeah.
And I started it up, man, and it just right into my finger. And
How
it
many?
was
One finger?
2 fingers, right there. Boom,
What did you
boom.
end up having to do?
So
Get a
I
bunch of stitches or something?
well, I went to the urgent care. Well,
Was it like mangled, or was it just like, hey, you cut it open pretty good?
it was chewed up pretty good. My neighbor was with me, and he was like, "Hey, I don't think you're supposed to." Oh, because he was watching it like in slow motion. He was
Oh
like,
my
"You're not
goodness.
supposed to grab that." And so by that point, and like it was coming out with my pulse.
This is gonna be like a graphic show.
It was kind of weird. Yeah, we should put like
We're
a
gonna put like one of those like MAs on the thing, like graphic, like
little PG-13
yeah,
rating
seriously,
today.
Goodness gracious.
So
That hurts.
So I chewed it up pretty good. I go to the urgent care, and I walk in. I'd called them on my way to kind of let them
Are
know.
you one
hey,
of those
I'm
people
coming.
like you got to cover it up and not look at it because you're gonna get?
No, I
Or
wanted to
you
see
like,
it.
oh man, I need to check this out.
I wanted to see because I was like, did I cut through a tendon? Like, will I be able to use these fingers again? Because I, use them for a living. So I was like, how deep did it go? So I was like, I opened it up and looked inside and make sure I didn't chip the bone.
See,
up
I
or
would do that
anything.
too.
Yeah.
My wife would be like, I don't want to say anything.
So I'd wrapped a towel around it. Man, it was bleeding like crazy. I wrapped a towel around it. We jumped in the car. We went down there. And so here's what I thought was funny about that. So we go in, and she takes me immediately back, and she's like, okay, I'm going to put some stitches in it. I was like, yeah, that's fine. So she was like, I'm going to numb it up.
Mm-hmm.
So she gets a needle. And I'm like, hey,
Sticks it right in there.
well, but I'm like, hey, you see it's wide open. You can probably just pour it in there. Like,
You can just shake some of that stuff on top of it.
I mean, because, I was thinking she stuck it through there, and I saw the needle come out, in the flesh on the other side. So I was like, why didn't you just pour it?
I
right
had
there?
that happen one time too, where they just stuck the needle in the hole, and it's just like, ow!
Yeah. So it actually hurt pretty good, and then she stitched it back up, and she wrapped it up. Well, this was a Saturday. So Sunday I was leading worship.
You could not. You did not.
I played. I had blood on my guitar, on the neck of my
capo?
guitar. So I had to play everything in, power chords, bar chords. Are you familiar with that?
Oh, I know power chords.
Oh,
I know power
man.
ballads. Sorry,
You know,
not power
a power stance.
I do. Yeah, that's how you.
And power ballads.
Yeah, I know power ballads. What would be the best example of a power ballad?
Oh.
Like Every Rose Has Its Thorn.
Every rose.
That's a good one.
Oh man, that's a good one. There was another one I was thinking of actually earlier.
What about When the Children Cry by White Lion?
That's a good
strong
one.
Oh,
How about This One's for the Children, New Kids on the Block?
that's not.
No.
A power ballad. That's not a. That's not. There's no power behind that at all.
Wasn't there a Def Leppard power ballad back in the day?
I'm sure there was. I can't. It's not coming to me. And that's one of my wheelhouse
Austin,
genres
are you looking
too.
up power ballads right now? What's the number
What's
one?
the number one power?
Well, by Def Leppard, Love Bites.
Yeah.
Oh,
Love Bites. Love.
What else?
Bring it back to.
And the very best of power ballads,
Yeah.
We Are the Champions by the Queen. Or
That
Queen.
doesn't-
Ooh,
I don't feel like that's a
really?
power ballad though.
That's a great song.
I feel
though.
it needs to be like a. You're a hair band or a metal band, and then you play this soft love song. That to me, that's a power
But
ballad.
Freddie Mercury is pretty incredible.
No, I
right?
agree. I'm
mean,
a huge Queen fan,
yeah.
but I wouldn't. We Are the Champions of the power ballad. That's not the same
Yeah,
as
no, you're right. You're right.
Brett Michaels singing.
Brett
"We
Michaels.
both lie in the side."
Mm.
What else is up there?
I Want to Know What Love Is.
I want to know
Foreigner.
what love is. That's
Who
Foreigner.
sings that?
Foreigner.
Foreigner.
Give us some more. Come on.
In the Air Tonight, Phil Collins.
Ooh.
Is This Love? White Snake.
Yeah, I can see White Snake.
Is This Love? Yeah.
Wind of Change, Scorpions.
Yeah, Window Change. That's.
I don't know that song.
You would if you heard
I don't
it.
know Scorpion.
Scorpions is Hurricane. That was their big. Here I am.
Oh.
Rock you like.
Oh,
That was
okay.
Scorpion.
Only Scorpion I know is Sting. He puts you in the Scorpion,
Oh,
the wrestler?
Oh, you're talking about Sting from the Police, and I was like,
No.
I don't know where this is going.
No. You know Sting from wrestling? Yeah.
Yeah.
The
That was a while-
Scorpion, was it Scorpion Deathlock or Scorpion Leglock or something?
Oh, yeah. You'd be like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. That was probably one of the best wrestling moves ever.
Think so?
Yeah, like Hulk Hogan had the leg drop, right?
Right.
And it's just like, how is that like a finishing move? It doesn't make any sense.
Well, maybe if you had Hulk Hogan's leg dropped on you,
Yeah, but
you'd be...
like the Scorpion Deathlock, that was like,
Seriously. I just always thought the pile driver was the finishing move.
Pile driver was good. I don't know how people didn't break their necks doing that. That's why I
Because
don't
it
understand.
wasn't... I mean, because it
Because what?
wasn't real.
What do you mean it wasn't real?
I mean, they didn't actually do it. I guarantee you I could do it to you on some, like, a floor that gave way. Now, if I did it on the concrete
I
floor...
promise you, you'd probably break my neck.
I guarantee you that I would not. Trust me, and my brother did it enough at the house.
See,
Maybe that's what's wrong.
anytime we did wrestling moves, like it hurt.
Well, yeah.
Like a
Because we
body
didn't know
slam?
that you were supposed to, like... You're supposed to draw it back, or you're not
No,
supposed
man.
to actually put their
No.
neck... Let's go back to the power ballads. What else we got? Like a power ballad would be...
The
What's
DDT
like a
was
Motley
great.
Crue power ballad? Like
Did
like
Motley
when they do-
Crue sing
They did like a like kind of a slow love song. It was
like Patience?
that's Guns N' Roses.
I like how he whistles in that song. You know, whistling's hard to do like that, you know?
I'm kind of
Are you a good whistler?
a good whistler.
Can you give us a sample? How about do that?
Patience?
Yeah.
I can't do it because I'm going to start smiling and laughing, and you have to have completely perfectly relaxed.
Yeah. Embouchure.
Man, if you hadn't set it up like that, I probably could have. I do know the Patience whistle though.
Maybe we should.
You know Bobby McFerrin whistle?
The Don't Worry, Be Happy? Yeah. Yep.
I whistled publicly one time. Like there was a kids choir thing like a few years ago, and they were like, "Hey, there's a whistling part in this," and I was like, "I'm your guy."
Oh, really?
It's on video somewhere. Yeah, we
That's
should probably not
strange.
go back and pull that up. But
You know, I actually have on the show notes about vocalists.
I was gonna say, please tell me you had whistling on.
So
there.
far, everything we talked about has not been on the show notes. We're completely off. But anyway, I was listening to, it was like this this Instagram account where it takes these great songs that everyone knows, and it takes all the music out and just leaves the vocals in. Ooh. So you hear a lot of these songs, these great songs with just vocals. It's fascinating. I absolutely
Does it
love
ruin
it.
the songs?
No,
Like it's like, oh god.
well, some people you go, oh my goodness, this guy can really sing. Like
Yeah.
the music almost covers up their voice a little bit,
Yeah.
but you think, man, that person can really sing. But then sometimes you're like, man, this person is absolutely terrible.
Like you were like, man, I didn't know Rick Astley could sing so well. Never gonna get.
Well, I was watching.
I don't know
one,
why he was the one that popped
yeah,
in my head.
I don't know why either. I felt like you live rickrolled me just then.
I did. I just rickrolled you.
Do you
And
know? Do you know what rickroll is? Austin doesn't know what a rickroll is.
There's the next
there's
week,
a there's
just
a
let him
line.
know.
There's a line. Okay, so
There is a line.
there's a line. You're on that side of it now. So, so guess
Rickrolled.
guess who popped up on this Instagram account?
Oh, like just the vocals?
Yeah, just take a random guess.
I thought Rick Astley was a pretty good guess.
Nah, that is a good guess, but it wasn't him.
Let's see. How about Terrence Trent D'Arby?
Oh,
Can you name the one Terrence Trent D'Arby song?
well, he's got
That
that
thing is-
Wishing Well.
Dude,
Was that
song
it?
is yes, that song is amazing.
That is a good song.
It's on my 80s run playlist.
Oh.
I don't even know if it was technically 80s, but
So it was. It
That's a
was.
great song.
It was Aaron Neville. Don't know much.
oh my word.
Were you gonna say Aaron Neville?
I wasn't, but I have a thing for Aaron Neville. Like my wife, like don't know much with him and Linda Ronstadt. It was like, I don't know how much. I love it. He's,
But I know
I love you, and that may be all I need. I don't know what you call that, but it is. Yeah, it's just
Well,
like this.
it's
almost like he's
it's the weirdest vibrato I've ever heard of.
vibrato. That's the word. I
Yeah,
was like,
like
yeah.
I've never heard one like that before. It's really strange.
He also does.
It's like Kermit.
What's the really
singing.
popular? It's like one of my favorite like Christmas songs. The
Ooh.
Eagles song.
Aaron Neville Christmas?
No, yeah. He did. It's the.
Sounds terrible.
What's the Eagles Christmas song that everybody always sings? It's like
Hotel California.
Desperado.
Take it easy.
No, it's what's the Christmas Eagle song? It's the dang it, but he covered it.
Like the Eagles, like the same group. that we're
Yeah,
talking
I mean,
about?
if you played it, you would know it. I mean, it's the Eagles Christmas song. Like,
Are you looking this up, Austin?
yeah, it's like
We're struggling over here. By we, I mean him.
yeah, Please Come Home for Christmas. He does that. Aaron Neville does it,
I've never
and
heard
it's
that
like
song.
I'm usually never a fan of covers being better than the original.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a very select few, but that's one that I'm like, man, it's up there.
It's good?
Aaron Neville. Oh yeah, you should listen to it.
Nah, I probably won't.
Well, you're the one that brought Aaron Neville up.
It just popped up on my feed, and I was like, man. And he's like a big dude, right? So you think,
Yeah.
oh man, he's like, like a big,
Yeah,
like,
like he's gonna be singing like Barry White.
oh
he comes
yeah.
out like,
And all of a sudden he does this weird.
I mean, I love it though. I love.
It's like a train wreck. Like you can't turn away from it. Like you're like, this is terrible.
That's what I'm
but
saying. It's mesmerizing for some reason. Like the handful of songs that he has that's really popular.
Then
I'm
he
always
has like those earrings with the chains on it. And he
Stop,
always
you're gonna
wears
do
those
something
like
else. Don't do
muscle
it.
shirts.
Yep. Well,
You know what else he's got? I'm not going to mention it, but he wears like those muscle shirts and cut off vests and
Yeah.
stuff. And he's like, man, this dude, he's like jacked.
yeah, seriously.
And then it comes out. Look at this face. I know the years are showing. Look at this tree.
And then like they look at each other. In the video, they look at each other, and you got to think Linda.
Oh, I hadn't seen the
Linda
video in a
Ronstadt,
long-
she has a good voice, and so she's a good vocalist. So they look at each other and they sing to
She
each
was
other.
thinking,
and it's like, man,
y'all
this is-
paired me up with this guy.
This was a mistake. Was this like a
It's a great song,
drawing
though.
and he won? But
he won. It's
Yeah.
like a Publishers Clearinghouse sweepstakes.
Yeah, right.
Hey,
It
guess
was-
what? You want to sing
Yeah.
a duet with Linda Ronstadt?
yeah, sure, I'll sign up for that. I don't know. That's crazy.
Austin's like, I have no idea what they're talking about.
No, yeah, there's this line. See,
I'm only listening to Aaron Neville songs when I leave here.
what were we talking about the line last week? We were talking about something, and Austin was like, "Oh yeah, we were talking about the ASMR thing because we never heard of it." And Austin's like, "Oh yeah, everyone's heard of it. Well, everyone my age, there's like a line here, remember?" And he was clearly making
Wait,
fun of
30
our.
belows?
Yeah, right.
So I went through the whole office the other day.
Oh gosh, that's right.
Everybody knew what it was. Everybody.
Anybody over the age of 40 know it? What it was?
Actually, a
Everybody
few,
knows it.
yeah.
I
was
never
surprised.
heard of it.
Me neither.
I was just like, I don't know what that is. That's
Yeah,
a thing.
yeah.
Okay. That's like some kid at VBS at night. Yeah, I was working the crowd. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, some kid yelled out something, picking something pocket, and I was just like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah?
And then I had all these people sending me screenshots of stuff, and I
Oh,
was
gosh.
like, oh, thanks. Appreciate you pointing out my errors. Did you do anything for Father's Day?
Well, so we actually had a pretty busy weekend. So we were up in Greensboro playing some basketball. Old Gavin's playing some basketball up that way. Here's something funny. Every time we go to a new city, I always want to eat local restaurants. So we were there Friday and Saturday. Friday night we ate at a pretty cool place, little burger spot,
Yeah.
and like
Wait. What's the little burger spot that you
it's
ate at?
called.
Is it like next to a gas station?
Yeah,
Because I saw you post
Yes.
it. I've been there.
Okay,
Because I went up there. I mean,
that's a great burger.
it's like, yeah.
It's a phenomenal.
No,
burger.
yeah. Because like, who was it that had been in there? Like Steve Harvey? They had like a Steve Harvey burger.
They
or
have a
something?
Steve Harvey burger.
Yes,
That's
I've
right.
been to that
That's
place.
right, yeah.
A few of us were up there together, and we found some little random
Yeah.
place. And we're like, oh, and
Well,
they had great selection of.
It's 4.5 stars on Yelp. So I was like, oh well,
Yeah.
typically I like a high quality food. I don't like a low quality food. So I don't want to. If it's got 2 or 3 stars, I tend to stay away.
But they had some like kind of funky conglomerate.
Yes, they did.
But I like that. Yeah, it was really good.
So we ate there, and man, I was loving it. The food was great. And then on Saturday, we're leaving, and it was a little after lunchtime, and so we asked, my son where he wanted to eat, and he loves Cracker Barrel. Right?
I got a soft spot for Cracker Barrel.
So
I
I
why?
don't
Fried okra.
I don't have a spot at all
Really?
for
Nothing?
Cracker Barrel. No,
Oh man.
definitely not okra. So we end up going to Cracker Barrel, and they're bringing out our food, and this is what the waitress says to me. She walks up and she sticks the plate, like the plate is sitting on a tray, and she hands the whole tray over, and she goes, "This plate is extremely hot." But she's like motioning for me to grab the plate, and so
So prepare
I reach
yourself.
up. I'm like, "What? What?" And so she's like, yeah, the plate is extremely hot. And so I was like, I'm not grabbing the plate. And it was like, it threw her off.
You told her, hey, I'm not touching the plate?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, I just thought it was really odd that she's trying to get me to grab this extremely hot plate.
Why's the plate got to be so hot?
So she comes over to, it was my wife's plate, so she comes over there and she just kind of like pushes it off.
Bam!
Yeah, and so I was like, why is the plate so hot? I don't understand. Like, is your heating lamp that hot to where now the plate is lava? Like, I don't understand.
They actually baked whatever you're eating on the plate.
Probably so.
Right
I mean, you know, if I'm at Ruth's Chris or someplace really nice and the plate comes out 500 degrees, and it's because they do cook it on the plate, actually. You expect that at a nice steakhouse or something like that, right?
So you're saying Cracker Barrel's not a nice steakhouse?
Cracker Barrel is not a nice steakhouse. I'm going on record.
You're hurting a whole lot of people right now.
Let them be hurt.
Blasphemy.
You know who sells the most steaks in America?
Who sell, like a restaurant?
What
Chain
restaurant
of restaurant?
cooks and sells the most steaks in America?
Is there one locally?
Yes. You'll be surprised at how local.
Oh. Hang on, I want to make a good guess.
Make it good. Make it good.
I know, but I was going to sit here.
It's not Applebee's.
I was going to say the Ruby Two. No, Outback.
Outback?
I mean, that'd be
That's a good guess.
Yeah. I was going to say the Ruby Tuesdays.
It's actually Waffle House.
Because of that T-bone.
That T-bone.
that I've never ordered at Waffle House.
Yeah.
Have
Do you
ever
see
ordered
that?
the T-bone
Are you looking that
Waffle
up?
House sells more than 10,000 T-bone steaks daily.
10,000 T-bone steaks
Have you
daily.
ever eaten? We should go sometime soon. The
I've
three
never
of us.
I've never
Waffle
eaten
House.
anything except for breakfast at Waffle House. What else
I've
do you
probably
eat at
eaten a
Waffle
burger
House?
there sometime. I mean, I'm saying, but I've never eaten the T-bone. We should go, and we get the scattered, covered, and smothered, whatever, hash browns, and a side of T-bone.
We should do like
I wonder what that T-bone cost.
probably like $6. It's Waffle House. We should do like we should go on the road and do food like a food podcast. Nothing and everything food edition.
It should be food and music. Like that should be the thing.
Food and music.
I don't know how we could do that, but yeah. So if anybody wants to hook us up with,
We're coming up with new ideas
something.
here.
I know. We're getting ready to branch out. It's
We're
probably gonna be a
branching
spin-off podcast. So
Spin-off.
Are the people ready for that, Austin? He's not even paying attention.
He's like,
looking
wait,
at the
what?
Waffle House menu on his phone.
He's
over
like,
there.
oh man, look, I keep getting Rickrolled. Every time I open up this ad, it's like Rickroll.
He says, hey, check it out. Hey, click here. And he's like, what? Oh, man.
Never gonna give you a...
I don't know whoever came up with that,
That's
but that's
awesome.
one of those things like, man, I wish I had like just kind of come up with something and it just caught on like fire, went viral, whatever, like something stupid like that. I'm like, I wish I were that person.
Who is the originator of the Rickroll?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like just something
we should find that out. That's great.
Man, our producer, he is on it.
This says the use of the song for Rickrolling dates to 2006, originating from the image board in an early meme known as duck rolling. Sometime in 2006, this site moderator Christopher Mutepool implemented a word filter replacing the word egg with duck as a gag.
Well, that completely went over my head.
Yeah, I was like,
That's fascinating. Well,
shall we move on?
we shall move on. So back to the hot plate. That happened one other time.
Yeah.
I was at a local establishment, and I was getting my quesadilla.
I was gonna say I get a Mexican restaurant sometime. Man, those plates are blazing.
Well, some of those people, it's like they touch those hot plates all day long, so their hands are like all
Calloused
it's just
up,
callous. So
I respect that.
she reaches across and hands it to me.
She. That's what I want is a woman.
Well, right. And
Tough,
so I'm
callous
looking at her
fingers.
like, and she almost dropped it like in my lap because it was so hot. I went to grab it. And I
Wait,
was
what
like,
would have been it like? Chicken and dumplings,
what?
pinto beans. Oh, you at the quesadilla, or you still at the Cracker Barrel?
We're not at Cracker Barrel anymore.
I'm
Do
sorry, I
they sell
didn't realize.
quesadillas there?
No,
Oh,
I was trying to think of like if she dropped a plate full of hot food, what were you going to be wearing?
quesadilla.
Quesadilla?
Yeah.
That's not bad. You can pick that up pretty quickly.
Well, right. But it melted my clothes probably.
You don't want arroz con pollo. in your lap.
I do like an ACP. I judge a Mexican restaurant by their
My wife does
ACP.
too. That's about all she ever gets.
So
she likes other stuff, but that's like her go-to.
if their ACP is good, then you can probably branch out a little
You
bit
not
more.
with ACP?
Yeah, you know me.
I see. All the ladies. All the mujeres.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's for our Latin listeners out there. I probably just made something up.
Do we have any Latin American countries that listen
Speaking
to
of, this seems like a perfect segue.
anyone from?
South of the border? Not in South Carolina. Not like.
Have you been to that place? Because that Pedro.
I haven't.
South
I've
of the
driven
border?
past it, but I want to go past. It's too far over. Like I'm never really on that.
We used
side
to
of
drive there all the time. Okay, all the time, and we were like, "Oh man, this place is awesome. I bet it's amazing." Because the billboards from like 100 miles away, you start seeing these signs every mile, right? And it looked amazing. So we talked my dad into stopping one day. It's like a souvenir shop in a gas station.
Is it really? Is it
That's-
that? I've seen the signs, but I've never
There's
actually.
nothing. There's
Really?
nothing. I was thinking at least like Carowinds.
At
There's-
least
at least
like
like Carowinds.
Carowinds.
There's nothing. There's nothing.
Have you stopped at one of those, like, what's the new one now that's everywhere, like Buc-ee's or something like that?
I have not stopped at a Buc-ee's.
I think there's one, when we go on vacation later this summer, I think there's one in South Carolina now.
Yeah.
I thought about.
I'm still overwhelmed at QT. Like you walk in and they have like food rolling on that little roller thing that's disgusting.
Taquito.
The taquitos
Yeah.
with the giant hot dogs.
Too many Slurpees.
It's just
My kids always want to, like, because like 79 cents.
Wheezing the juice, man.
You can't have two Pauly Shore references. I was flipping the channels the other day, and I saw a Pauly Shore movie. It was In the Army, in the Army now, or in the Army.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my goodness. And I just said, wheezing
That's
the
awesome.
juice.
I watched Armageddon the other day.
I watched that before. Like, I have, yeah.
Like I felt like I didn't feel like it. I was actually like a little choked up.
I
At
think
the
it's probably
end,
the first time. Yeah.
When Harry Stamper's like, hey,
Harry Stamper.
AJ, he
the
pushes
worst-
AJ back in the
Best
elevator.
driller in the world. Yeah.
And he's like, give this to. It was Billy Bob Thornton.
Billy
you know?
Bob. Yeah.
He always wanted to go up in the special, but so he gave him the mission patch or whatever, the badge, and push him in. Because it's my turn now, AJ. Your turn to take care of my
That's
baby.
a long movie, too.
Man,
They drugged that Joker out a little bit.
yes, it was a long movie. But at the end of it, man, I was like,
It has one of my favorite quotes in the world from any movie that applies to so many areas of my life.
what is it?
It's when they're like getting ready to go up and they're like strapping everybody in and what did he say? It's the guy Owen Wilson,
Mm-hmm.
and he says something like, I'm 2% nervous and 98% excited,
Mhm.
or maybe it's 98% nervous. I don't know what he says, but he's like, it's just, I'm like, I feel like that's so many
Yeah.
times of my life.
You
I'm
know-
like, I don't know what I should feel right now.
So many great quotes in that movie, and that's the one you chose?
My other favorite one is when he describes the atmosphere or the environment of the asteroid, and Owen Wilson goes, he says, so scariest environment imaginable. That's all you have to say. He gives this really long. I do that. I
Right,
quote
yeah.
that all the time. Somebody
Yeah.
gives me a long. I'm like, so scariest environment imaginable. So like, that's all you had to say. Like,
It's a great movie, man. It was a great movie.
it's a great movie. Like,
Well, I mean, it's a good idea. You know, asteroid.
you think it's a good idea? Like we could do that. We could actually land.
Would you want to do something like that
Oh, yeah, I'd do
epic?
that heroic. Oh, absolutely.
Seriously?
Yeah. I mean,
Nah, I'm like, it was a good run. I mean, we're all gonna die together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know what the equivalent for us would be.
If I could be like a hero, save the earth like that,
Yeah.
I'd want to live
Would you rather
to see the accolade.
Would
you? Know?
Would you rather have
This?
No, this is a good one. Would you rather have been something like that, like you saved the earth but you didn't make it, like you know,
Perish.
we all thank you. You know, you go down in history. Or the guy who did Rick Roll. And everybody does.
I'd take
I'd
Rick
rather
Roll.
Rick Roll. Yeah,
I'd take Rick Roll.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I'm the guy that came up with that. That's
Yeah,
what
because I
wanted
mean,
to
it's
see.
just like, Like eventually, people will forget that you saved the world, right?
Yeah, but who's that guy? But as soon as they click on one, blink,
But when
as soon as Austin clicks on it, he'll
Yeah.
be like, "Dang it,
It's
he
like
did it to me again."
it's like, hey, receive your $10,000 check from the Nigerian prince, and you click on it. It's like, never gonna give you. Yeah, that guy's gonna live forever. Who?
Sean Cotter. Man, that's
Sean Carter. That's Jay-Z.
is that his real name? Sean Carter.
Sean Carter is
He
Jay-Z,
said
right?
Cotter.
Cotter?
Like welcome back, Cotter.
Or like he's from the north. Carter.
Cotter.
Right, we're saying the same thing. Carter.
Cotter.
Carter.
Cotter.
Yeah.
They're terrible, like northern accents, probably.
Yeah. No, mine's spot on.
Spider.
I'm from North Carolina. Yeah, okay. Well,
Oh my word!
how about we just stop?
That's probably good. I'm kind of intrigued by this like spin-off podcast, though.
Like
There's
a little
something to that.
food thing? We should do this in a restaurant. Let's
Could we record in a restaurant like as we're eating?
let's go in and no, probably not as we're eating because I can't handle that too much, right? Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You and your misophonia.
I feel like, well, that's like our first ASMR episode as well. So yeah, we can hit all the spots right there. But yeah, there's probably a couple of good spots we can go eat at just to try.
We
good
gotta
food
start with the T-bone at Waffle House. Like we have to all eat a T-bone at Waffle House.
I
'cause we've
feel
never
like
done it.
that's the first place
fair,
we'll
yeah.
do it. Yeah. So maybe we go in and ask them to shut it down. Let us.
Oh yeah, be like, hey,
You
like
I know
Guy
there's-
Fieri rolling up
Yeah,
in there. Like,
We should do that. Roll up in there and be like, hey, this is a Nothing and Everything podcast, and we want to.
like, people be like, oh, who are those guys?
who
They
are
ushered
those
us out of
guys?
the restaurant.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna have to hurry up and finish.
Yeah,
your
please finish
omelet,
so we
please, and get out.
can record our show. Maybe we can put the word out and people will be there like a
meet and greet.
a meet a meet and greet over a $6 steak at Waffle House. That's where we are. That's who we are.
A meet and greet. Our life is a meet and greet. Is it not?
I'm all for it.
That's what we call it. MEAT, meet and greet. And we go, I don't know.
I feel like we've really messed up.
That's that last part going to have to be cut out.
Yeah.
Meet and greet.
Well, we probably should have just ended before.
Shut her down then.
But the spinoff might work. I could see it working.
Like like shorter little episodes, like not
Yeah.
like clips of this, but us doing something else.
I'm okay with that. I'm a foodie. I like that. I ain't scared. Austin,
I'm
all
not
he
a-
does is eat
Seriously.
all the
Goodness
time.
gracious. That'd be nice.
I don't know how he's not literally 600 pounds.
Seriously.
Like, he could have his own spinoff, my 600 pound, my
That's
should
what
be
you should try
600
to
pound
do.
life.
Yeah. I eat like a 600-pound life. You ever watch that show?
Yes.
Do you really? My
Every
wife
now and
loves it
then.
because she loves the psychology behind it and the trying to figure out they all have
No.
like traumatic. And I'm just like, babe, I can't, and I don't know why they want to show all these people like in the shower, and I'm like,
What? What are you?
you've never actually watched it. Then my 600-pound life.
Typically, they're not in the shower. They're like in the backyard in like a kiddie pool.
Well, they're
just being
stuck.
hosed off.
That's what the show. I mean, I'm like, why are you showing all of these things of the people's like Austin's done? He's standing up.
if
He's
I-
like,
listen,
shut it down.
If I have like a bad week of eating or something, then I feel bad about myself. Then I go watch that
You
show.
go
and I
hose
feel
yourself
bad.
off
Right.
the kiddie
No,
pool
I
in the
feel better
backyard.
about myself. Like, that's how I watch this show.
My wife says she goes, I was having a bad week and I feel better.
When I was on vacation, I ate 5 dozen donuts. I come home, watch 600 Pound Life. I don't feel quite as bad, So there you have it. I don't know. Did we end? Are we still recording? Is it?
Shut it down. Just rickroll
Okay,
everybody.
yeah.
Get out.
All right. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Bye.